Let's just imagine our world as a beach ball. The lines of the ball point out. A ball, by its very nature, demands that its surface immediately begins to curve downward and away from any point on it. So if we imagine, let's call him PJ for short, if we imagine him standing on the beach ball, immediately the ball is curving downward and away from his feet in all directions. That's what a ball does. And it doesn't matter how big the person is, nor does it matter how big the ball is. But let's go ahead and shrink PJ and enlarge the ball for the sake of example here. Now, notice the lines are still curving downward and away in all directions, even though he's getting smaller and the ball is getting bigger. This never changes with scale. Okay, now let's zoom into tiny PJ on the massive ball here. PJ's clone walks 1 mile away. The top of his head would be 8 inches lower than PJ's. Another clone walks an additional mile, and the top of his head is then 32 inches below PJ's. The third clone walks 1 more mile, and at just 3 miles away from PJ, the ground clone number 3 is standing on is 6 feet below PJ's. Clone number 3's head is going to be even with the bottom of PJ's feet. Now, I'm not trying to see whether or not the person can see the other person. The ground level is the issue that I'm focused on with this example. Because if clone number 3's ground is 72 inches below the ground that PJ's standing on, it's going to be physically impossible for PJ to look straight ahead, or to the left or the right or behind him, and expect to see the horizon at his eye level. The blue circle at the top of the beach ball here, that's the visible horizon. So from whatever point you're standing on, in 360 degrees, that line is going to be the same. But that only works if you're looking down. I don't care how big the ball is. I don't care how small you are compared to the ball. If you're standing on the ball, from that point outward is receding downward at an exponential rate, which means you can never look out to this mystical circle out in front of you at eye level. It can't happen. While in principle it sounds good, looks good, it does not exist in the observable, testable, and repeatable example of reality. According to Pythagorean math, the 25,000-mile circumference ball Eratosthenes invented does not allow for us to ever be able to see the supposed edge of a horizon that presents itself at eye level. Yet whether we're on the ground or flying up to 37,000 feet in an airplane or sending up a weather balloon to over 100,000 feet, there's that totally flat horizon straight ahead at our eye level. Always. That's simply not possible if it's receding downward and away from us at a rate of 8 inches per mile squared, which is what it must do.